You've been told for years that a little turmeric with black pepper is the golden ticket for inflammation and pain. And for general, low-grade inflammation, it has its place. But when you're dealing with that searing, electric pain shooting down your leg, that relentless sciatic nerve pain, relying on turmeric is like trying to put out a house fire with a garden hose. It might dampen the edges, but it does absolutely nothing to address the source of the blaze. In fact, for many of us over 50, focusing solely on this popular combo can mask the real problem. It can delay effective relief and allow the underlying issue, the one causing the fire in the first place, to get progressively worse. But what if I told you there's a specific meal, a combination of two powerful food groups that can provide the raw materials to calm that nerve and relax the very muscles compressing it, often within a matter of hours? We're going to build that exact meal today, and I'll also expose the 3 so-called healthy habits that are secretly making your sciatica flare up every single day. If you're ready to move beyond temporary fixes and build a real lasting strategy for pain-free movement, take a second to hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what's coming. First, you have to understand what sciatica really is for us, especially after 50. It's rarely just inflammation. That's a lazy diagnosis. It's a cry for help from a nerve that's being physically compressed or irritated. This can be from a bulging disc pushing on the nerve root, tightened piriformis muscles deep in your glutes, or spinal stenosis where the channel for the nerve itself is narrowing. The pain you feel, that sharp, burning sensation, is a signal. It's a signal that the nerve lacks space, it lacks oxygen, and it lacks the specific nutrients it needs to function without screaming. Your goal isn't just to muffle the scream with an anti-inflammatory pill or powder. It's to give the nerve what it needs to heal and, critically, to relax the structures that are squeezing it. This brings us to the first pillar of our powerful pain relief meal. It's not exotic, it's not expensive, it's magnesium. But here's what almost nobody tells you. Not just any source will do. We need a highly bioavailable form found in specific whole foods. Clinical observation and a growing body of research suggest that a significant portion of adults, especially those over 60, are deficient in this critical mineral. Think of magnesium as nature's muscle relaxant. It works at a deep cellular level to calm muscle spasms and quiet nerve excitability. When the muscles around your spine and in your hips are chronically tight, they clamp down on that sciatic nerve like a vice. Consuming around 400 milligrams of magnesium from the right food sources can start to release that tension, sometimes surprisingly fast. This isn't New Age thinking. For centuries, traditional European folk medicine used dark leafy greens not just for vitamins, but for their profound calming properties on the body. Today, we know exactly why. A simple cup of cooked spinach provides nearly 40% of your daily magnesium needs. The practical application is this: a large handful of fresh spinach, lightly sautéed in a touch of olive oil, added to one of your daily meals. It takes 2 minutes to prepare. This isn't a theory, it's a direct physiological intervention you can make with your next meal. But magnesium is only half the story. Here's the part that creates the powerful synergy that most people miss entirely. You need to pair it with a specific class of nutrients that directly supports the nerve itself. Think of the sciatic nerve like an electrical wire running from your lower back down your leg. That wire has a protective coating, a fatty layer called the myelin sheath. When this coating gets damaged, frayed, or inflamed, the live wires are exposed. This is what leads to that sharp, shooting electric shock type of pain. Your body is sending a frantic, high-priority error message. The B vitamins, particularly B12 and B6, are absolutely essential for maintaining and repairing this sheath. They are the building blocks for the nerve's own insulation. So, while magnesium works to relax the muscles around the nerve, the B vitamins work to rebuild the nerve's own armor. One without the other is an incomplete strategy. And this is where the second part of our powerhouse meal comes in: wild-caught salmon. A single 6-ounce serving of salmon is packed with these nerve-protective B vitamins. It's also one of the world's best sources of anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids, which help to calm the underlying inflammation that can damage that myelin sheath in the first place. This isn't just a piece of fish, it's a targeted delivery system for nerve repair. So, the powerhouse meal is this: a 6-ounce fillet of baked or pan-seared salmon served directly over a large bed of that sautéed spinach. This combination provides the 1-2 punch that sciatica absolutely hates: deep muscle relaxation from the magnesium in the spinach and direct nerve sheath support from the B vitamins in the salmon. When you consume this meal, you're not just eating lunch or dinner, you're sending a targeted relief package directly to the site of your pain. Many of the people I've worked with over the years report a noticeable decrease in pain intensity within just 4 to 6 hours of this specific meal. I'm not talking about a miracle cure, but a tangible reduction in that constant grinding ache by at least 20 to 30%. The ritual is simple and sustainable. Aim to have this meal 2 to 3 times a week, especially on days you know you'll be more active or on days when the pain is already starting to flare up. You are proactively giving your body the exact raw materials it needs to fight back. Now, hold on. Before you run to the grocery store, you need to know what will completely sabotage your efforts. Because you can eat all the salmon and spinach in the world, but if you're making these common mistakes, you might as well be throwing it all away. There are 3 hidden villains in the daily routine of most Americans over 50. These are things you probably think are healthy, but in reality, they are pouring gasoline on your sciatic fire. The first villain is your healthy morning glass of orange juice. That glass of OJ, even if it's 100% pure and not from concentrate, is a sugar bomb. It sends your blood glucose and insulin levels soaring within minutes of drinking it. This rapid insulin spike is a massively pro-inflammatory event in the body. It triggers a cascade of inflammatory markers that directly aggravate an already irritated sciatic nerve. I saw this with a client, Robert, a 71-year-old from San Diego who loved to spend his mornings gardening. He'd have his big glass of orange every single morning, thinking he was getting his vitamin C. But by 11 a.m., his leg pain was so excruciating he'd have to go inside and lie down. We made one change. We swapped his juice for a simple glass of water with a fresh lemon slice and a small handful of almonds on the side. Within a single week, his morning pain was cut in half. The rule is simple. Avoid all liquid sugars, especially in the morning when your body is most sensitive to insulin spikes. The second hidden villain is improper hydration timing. This one is incredibly common. Most people drink coffee first thing in the morning and then completely forget about water until they feel thirsty in the afternoon. But here's the critical detail. The discs in your spine, which act as the primary cushions between your vertebrae, are made mostly of water. They rehydrate and plump up overnight while you sleep. If you start your day dehydrated, and coffee is a diuretic, meaning it makes you lose water, those discs are flatter and less effective at cushioning the nerve roots in your lower back. Every step you take puts more pressure on that sciatic nerve. Frank, a 68-year-old retired truck driver from Austin, Texas, was a perfect example. He'd have 2 big cups of black coffee and nothing else until lunch. His worst pain was always that first hour after getting out of bed. The fix was almost laughably simple: a 16-ounce glass of room-temperature water right after waking up, before the coffee. This one habit ensures your spinal discs are plump and ready to do their job for the day. The rule: drink 16 ounces of water upon waking before anything else touches your lips. Now, the third and most surprising villain is the combination of your calcium supplement with your magnesium-rich meal. Many people, especially women over 60, are rightly told by their doctors to take calcium for bone health. But here's the biochemical catch that almost no one explains. Calcium and magnesium are rivals. They compete for the same absorption pathways in your gut. Think of it like a single-lane tunnel. If you send a big truck, calcium, and a smaller car, magnesium, into that tunnel at the exact same time, the truck is going to take up most of the space and the car is going to get crowded out. The calcium will likely win the absorption battle, and you'll end up passing most of that critical muscle-relaxing magnesium right out of your system. I saw this with a client, Carol, a 74-year-old from a suburb of Philadelphia. She was a textbook case. She was eating the right foods, she was hydrating properly, but she still had terrible nighttime leg cramps and sciatic pain that would wake her up. We went through her entire routine, and I spotted it. She was taking her doctor-prescribed calcium pill with her dinner every single night, which was often her main magnesium-rich meal. She was inadvertently canceling out the benefits of her healthy dinner. The solution was incredibly simple. We moved her calcium supplement to breakfast with a small meal. Then she would have her salmon and spinach meal for lunch or dinner, completely separate. The difference, she told me, was night and day. Within a week, her nighttime cramps were gone, and her sciatic pain during the day had dramatically reduced. She was finally absorbing the magnesium her muscles were screaming for. The rule is this: separate your calcium supplement from your main magnesium-rich meal by at least 4 hours. Give each mineral its own clear path for absorption. So, which of these 3 hidden saboteurs, the morning juice, the delayed water, or the calcium-magnesium conflict, was a surprise to you? Let me know in one sentence in the comments below. I genuinely love to see what resonates and what aha moments you're having. It helps me create better content for you. Putting this evidence-based strategy together, pulling from clinical observations and the latest nutritional science, takes hundreds of hours of research. I do it because I'm passionate about helping you stay independent, active, and free from the pain that holds you back from enjoying your life, your hobbies, and your grandkids. All I ask in return is that if you found even a little bit of value here, you tap that subscribe button and share this with someone you know who's struggling with this kind of pain. It's a free way to support the channel, and it helps us continue to create this content for you. And for those who want a simple checklist of the best magnesium and B vitamin foods, along with the timing schedule we discussed today, I've put a link to a free one-page guide in the description and in the pinned comment below. You can print it out and stick it on your fridge. And stick with us, because in the next video, we're going to tackle movement. I'll reveal the #1 comfort stretch that 90% of people with sciatica do that actually worsens the nerve irritation over time. It feels good for a moment, but it's making the root problem worse. And I'll show you a simple 45-second muscle activation technique you can do while sitting in a chair that can increase lower back stability by over 30%, giving your sciatic nerve the space it needs to finally heal. You do not want to miss that. Make sure you're subscribed and have the notification bell turned on. Thank you for your time and your trust. Remember, your journey out of pain isn't about finding one magic bullet. It's about stacking these small, intelligent choices, one on top of the other, day after day. It starts with a single meal. It starts with that first glass of water tomorrow morning. You have the power to change the signals your body is sending you. Don't ever let anyone convince you otherwise. Now, go put this knowledge into action. I'll see you in the next video.